Must be a great feeling for you that it's finally going to happen. They're finally going to build it.
I think we're always confident that we're going to deliver this stadium. It's been incredibly frustrating in terms of some of the hurdles we've had to overcome, but I think, yeah, it's really good to be at that point now where we can actually start to consider being on site.
Now, the hurdles that you had to overcome, what were the worst for you then, do you think?
Well, I think we've always said as an administration that if we were being controlled from the beginning, this isn't the way we've done it in terms of the design, build, operate and maintain, made it a very complicated scheme, put a lot of things out of control of the council, but I think we drove really hard when we got in power in 2015 to drive this thing forward. Obviously the things around judicial review and the work with the contractor has been frustrating, things that we couldn't really see, but I say it's just about making sure that we have the confidence to continue and deliver.
And is this actually something that we will be able to afford to do long term? You're absolutely confident that there won't be any further hitches?
It's entirely within budget in terms of the capital costs. Obviously we've got the two issues in terms of capital and revenue. I think one of the things that drove the D-bomb contract in itself was actually bringing the council's leisure budget. So I think when I was previously executive member for leisure in around 2009, the council was spending something in the region of £750,000 a year in terms of maintaining its swimming pools and leisure facilities. Part of that is to drive that cost down to, I think the agreed budget is somewhere in the mid £400,000 a year. What we are seeing is in terms of this project with the income streams that are coming in, that could be driven down even lower to around about £100,000–200,000 a year over the lifetime of the contract. So in terms of day-to-day running of the council, it's actually delivering significant savings. Obviously the capital cost on the back of that.
Now, some retailers in the city centre are actually complaining that the council is too focused on the outskirts of York and that this is harming traditional trade in the city centre. What would you say to them?
I think back in 2009 when I did this, we did an exhaustive search about where the community stadium could go, and we explored absolutely all possibilities, and it became quite clear that Monk's Cross was the only place that could deliver that. But I think in terms of how we link up our out-of-town and central town retail offer, it's really important how we work with our tourism partners to deliver that. I'm confident we can sustain both. I'm confident the stadium itself will become something of a destination for people coming to stay at. So people who use the cinema coming from, I mean, it's a regionally significant cinema in terms of being IMAX. So families using that are likely to take the park and ride, are likely to come into the city centre and take the opportunity to experience our tourism and retail offer within the city centre.